What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ranching Sodak. We are getting prepared because I'm jumping out of the nest. I'm finally leaving home. I'm heading west out to Bowdle, South Dakota, where my girlfriend lives. I got a shop that I'm renting out there, and that's where I'm moving my cattle mat operation. It's gonna be nice to move all my stuff inside. Right now we've been just cutting tires outside, working in the parents' yard, and I mean, I can get the job done, but I'm looking to scale up a little more and keep rocking and rolling. But the project we're working on today is the homemade tire trailer, because when you jump nest you lose a few benefits, and one of those benefits is the new stock trailer that we have here at home, aluminum stock trailer that I'm able to haul tires in most of the time. So now I needed to come up with a cheap alternative to that where I can still haul just as many or more tires without having to go spend $20,000 on a brand new stock trailer for myself when all I do is haul tires with it. I'm getting this flatbed from my dad. We're making a trade deal on that. This will be mine now. It's a 32 footer with the beaver tail. To the end of the deck, it's 27 feet. So what I had in my mind was continuous panels. They're not terribly expensive, and pallet racking for the upright. So we're going to be welding pallet racking that fits in every third stake pocket on this trailer, and it's going to go up, and we're going to leave, and then we're going to weld the continuous on there. And it's going to be two chunks with a gate on the back that opens up, two gates, one on each side, and then that's going to open up and allow us to roll tires in there. We'll be able to fold those ramps down still at a place where we're getting tires, roll tires up the ramp, stack them in here and fill. It'll be 3 feet longer than that other trailer and about a foot wider, I believe, or about a foot wider. So it'll be nice for hauling tires. We should be able to fit quite a few more on here. I'm not sure yet. Pull it up there. Dad and I are going to work on it. He's got to put a new jack on this trailer because he's the seller of the trailer, of course. He's got to have it in working condition. The jack's broke, but I went and got a new one for him to put on there. But the main purpose of this is I'll be able to take these sides in and out and then haul mats with the trailer at the same time. So we'll get a lot more done with one trailer instead of having two nice trailers sitting around and one that we only use once in a while. This thing will be the main rig for everything I need it for. One thing I can do before Dad gets out here is actually weld on every one of these. 5.5 inches is how far, I don't know, 5 inches is how far I want that deal to stick down past the deck. So I'm going to put a stopper on there, right there at 5 inches, weld it on so it sits on. And to reuse these, I'm just gonna, I just cut these off the ends of these. I'm just gonna weld one on every one of these at 5 inches up like that, just for a stopper right on the deck. This will sit on the deck, and then we'll weld our panel about 8 inches above that. Yours truly forgot to check any of the gas tanks before he went into town for a meeting this morning, and now we have no torch gas, and we also have no welding gas. So we got to do that, go into town, get some new tanks, get back out here, get back on the project.
So I bought this trailer, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago. Anyways, this jack, this one's stripped out now, and that one I replaced it like the second or third year I had it, but the gear ratios were different of the two jacks. It didn't work worth a crap, and then now that one's stripped out, so he's got a new jack. But I gotta grind off the welds. So there's welds here, weld here, and then weld here. I'm not sure if there's any welds back there. I'm gonna blow around back there and get the dirt out. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they just got a weld here and then along here. We'll get the grinder and cut that weld off. So when there are two jacks, you have a pipe in between. You need a bigger wrench than this, you fricker. So that joint in between is what hooks the two jacks together. So we got to take that pin out. But we need a 9/16. Then the jack will slide off. What's going on here? Oh boy. Half inch. I'll be back. Ta-da! So now we got this thing off of here. We'll grind it all down. Dane's back with the tanks. Bella's here. Right, Bella? Hello? Hello, girl? So I got her smoothed down. Well, I think I'm gonna paint some of this back here. I'll get some more of that rust off of there. You don't want to be jack, put the jack off. You don't want to be a jack off, you want to put the jack on. Got her brushed down there with that wire brush. Now I'm gonna paint behind where the jack is. I don't think they probably ever I don't know if they even painted that at the factory. The welds are gonna be right here. I didn't get hardly any paint there. So hold the jack up there and tack her on. So I just put the jack down on the ground, then I adjusted it right here, you know, turning it, raising it up and down, so my rod is centered in that hole. And that hole is where it goes in where we took that bolt off. Everything seems to be lining up. We got a nice little weldable gap all the way along both sides and then on the back there. So I don't know, I'm not gonna grind any of this paint off of this new jack. I'm just gonna burn through it, I guess. So then we'll just repaint the welds when we're done.
All right, guys, Dad's on the phone right now, but I got my few pipes or my few pallet racks that I got done laid out on this panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack it on there, and then we'll actually flip it over and weld the other side underneath. We'll lay a bead on there actually, but right now we'll just tack it from the top. That way we can see and we're lined up with the pallet or with the stake pockets. So should be good just the way it sits. So I should be able to just weld them on there and tack them, and then we'll flip that over. Upright. Now we're just laying beads in the cracks.
Laying some fat beads. Cover them up. Nice. So now before we hook these two jacks together, we're gonna have to get the same distance from here to here on both jacks. 10 3/4. Ooh, it's only like 10 and 7/8. Right about in yeah. Okay, as my Saskatchewan friend would say, mint! Shout out Ryan on Straight Pipe Acres. Why don't you guys all go check that out? Little different content, maybe not for everybody. He gets a little, he uses the F word a few times, if you know what I mean. He's a good guy, pretty good channel. Go check him out, Straight Pipe Acres. He's up there in Indian Head, Saskatchewan. Bonehead move of the day. So I didn't put this thing on the jack before I welded it on. So, not a huge deal, but I'm gonna have to take this bolt out of this side, and then I'll have to slide the rod past so it can get over here and then put it back on. Alrighty. So slide that past, see, then I can get this lined up and then bring her back. Okay, got that in there. Nice. All right, we'll tighten them up.
Alrighty, we're on to the next panel. We're thinking we're gonna go get 2 more continuous panels and cut them in half and do another 3 up there. So it's a panel and a half. So it's gonna be like a total of 8 feet tall. And then we're gonna make sure we do our supports, our uprights straight across. And then at the top of every one, we're gonna do a chain. That way we can just have an eye bolt on one side and then a clamp or a little clevis that hooks onto it on the other side. You get that set up before we load the tires in, and then it'll just hold. It's gonna be like a $700-800 project, depending on if Dad makes me pay for these pallet racks, but it's a lot cheaper than going and buying any other trailer or doing any of that. Plus this trailer it needs to be used more than what it's been used for, so it'll be perfect. It's the only one they had, and I did calibrate. I thought it was close. Now it's kind of leveling a little bit. It's gonna work, even if it has to sit at an angle.
Leave in the comments, has anybody ever tried one of those gear things you see on Facebook where they put it on there and it's a trailer gear thing and you put your drill on it? Let us know in the comments if that's a real deal or as seen on TV, scrambled egg scam, microwave scrambled egg scammer.
Now we're gonna put our marks on here to where it's in the stake pockets, and then we'll get to weld them on. And yeah, a little bit straighter than the last one. I was about an inch off on one of these last ones. We'll be a little bit better this time. Always improving. Alrighty, we got them all tacked up. Now we're gonna probably wheel the skid steer around, and I'm gonna lift this panel up and hopefully set it right down in the stake pockets where they're supposed to go, and then we'll keep on welding. We got to get this, at least this one, finished up before it gets dark. It's gonna be a little bit colder tomorrow and windy again, so we'll see how the welding will go tomorrow, but this project's definitely gonna carry into tomorrow. We didn't start today till probably 3 o'clock. I had built mats this morning and stuff, and then we got out here after lunch and got started, but we'll move it and get these two done tonight for sure, and then we'll have our work cut out for us tomorrow. Yeah. If anyone's got some buffalo they want to haul through a parade or anything, hit us up. We're gonna have this trailer for rent, 200 bucks a day. You can come. I mean, as long as you bring it back clean or whatever. It's gonna be 8-foot tall walls, so you'll be able to put a buffalo on here, a couple of them, a couple calves, whatever you want to do, haul them through a parade. I mean, that's probably what I'll do with it. It's the ultimate parade float. So we're gonna get after it, finish up these last welds, and be done. Sun's going down. We'll be able to weld without a helmet here pretty quick if we don't get done. Alrighty folks, that's gonna do it for tonight. We made her happen. We got the first start done. We're gonna have to weld tops on there anyway, but I got all the posts ready to go, so we'll just have to do the back part and then do the top layer. So I'm gonna run and get panels in the morning, and I'm gonna take these panels off tonight so I can use this trailer actually to go get them. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning.